that was not the priority of the 1920s. The 1920s priority was get something on the plate every day for people who were 60 to 70% unemployed, who were shine boys and maids, newsboys, who picked up the scraps behind the marketplace when they were thrown away. The gizzards, the liver, the feet, and the wings were free after dark. See, that was priority. Remember, we're talking approximately 6 years before the grand stock market crash of the 20s. See? And we were already on the bottom. So the intent was to move this people from a believer's level of an invisible God to a believer's level in a visible people. Was the work that he first initiated and did quite well, coming behind or almost unilaterally at the time of Garvey, who had the majority of black folks organized in America. So, holios, a term of Greek origin, does not mean holy as we conceive it, that is, so reverent that we almost bow down when we hear it, but simply means heat, fire, or sun. As biblos simply means book. Virtually translation, the Holy Bible means book of the sun, or book of light, or the book of fire. The Holy Temple, if we look at the concept, know ye not your body is the temple of God, then we have an understanding of the concept holy temple, referring to the body of light, the human body of light. And of course we just define Moor and Moorish. But this word here created quite an argument among Orthodox Muslims and the uneducated but somewhat aware card-carrying Moors of the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and even up to right today. Some of them cannot tell you what this word means. They are looking at this concept here, which is a translation from the Arabic Quran, and brothers get all articulate when they start dealing with this. Brothers go all down in the throat. The Quran, brother. You must study the Ka. Let me write this correctly here. As you will find, there is this introduction to the Codex Inscriptus as you move into the knowledge of Moorish science. That becomes the foundation of what Moorish science is, as opposed to some book or some belief system or some lodge or temple. We see this word is completely different from this word. The first two letters automatically show that difference. Knowledge, order, rhythm, astrology, and nature. There isn't anything left. The knowledge of the order of things, the knowledge of the rhythm of things, the knowledge of the universe, the solar system in its behavior, its power, its definition, its meaning, and the knowledge of nature. Human nature, God's nature, and the nature of nature is Moorish science as a study, the real book of Quran. Okay, everybody got that one? That's my latest revelation. That is not in anybody's book. When you look carefully at the cover of the Quran, Circle 7, it's called, you will see something a little bit better artistically presented than my circle here. You'll see slight niches at the 4 points of the circle, which tells the knowledgeable student or more that that's not a circle, but a zodiac. And that those 4 notches represents the cross. Immediately is what it tells you. And if it represents that cross, it then tells them that there are 12 points in that circle that are symbolized by 12 symbolic signs, which then presents them with the concept of Zodicaius, the mother. The circle that everyone is in. The circle where there are only 12 blueprints of human beings all over planet Earth. Wherever you go, whomever you meet, from Monday to Sunday, from one day to the next, from now on until something comes from outer space, everyone you meet will be one of these 12 beings in that circle. The 7 represents the 7 planets, the 7 laws that govern those planets and the mind that we live, move, and have our being in. And one teacher is trying to say these are 7 forces when there's only one power performing in 12 different ways on a characteristic trait level and on a planetary level performing in 9 different ways. But the balance of things is 7, the most mystical, secretive number among the 0 to 9 numbers is 7, which happens to, strangely enough, in the numerological breakdown of names, I got them all. 9 and 6 is 15, and 6 is 21, and 4 is 25, and 25 is 7. The perfect number. Thereby, more is the perfect name. There's a whole philosophic on this number 7. We'll get to more of that later on. Okay. The quest then is, what is this identity that allows us to rationally conceive of being in a place that is advantageous to a human being who has become mature? It is when you turn to John chapter 10, verses 31 to 36, and the argument between Jesus and the Pharisees or Sadducees or Jews